especially when the zone pulls back through these old builds.
Bro,
it can
chat,
be really
bro, I
difficult
can't
for
believe
that
they
high
didn't
team
qual,
to not
man.
get caught out, but some really nice shots from these guys.
Not yet,
Absolutely,
at least.
and I'm not gonna lie,
But
Ritual
so far, not
obviously
so
gets
good.
one knock right there in the 1v2. I gotta be careful because I almost lost my
So
voice.
far, not
Absolutely
good.
screamed there. Made it scary for Gab Zero and
sad.
Nuthi, but they obviously ended up clutching up. Super, super excited to see them go straight into finals.
Yeah, man, and you got to think about that interview super early on at the start of the show, right? Gabzetta saying, hey, look, I'm looking to represent Brazil. I'm going to do my best. And sure enough, Game 2 victory royale. Oh, man, I cannot wait to see what they bring tomorrow in the finals. Reminder, we're not going to be seeing them for the rest of the games, right? They got their cards straight on through. For everyone else, they're playing for top 19.
Yeah, nice to see. Did you have them in your predictions, Vivid?
Okay, Minnie, really? No, I did not.
You were like, yeah, 1 for 1, we're looking good.
Yeah.
I actually had them in my predictions, we just didn't show it.
Oh,
yeah, we didn't show it. Yeah, sorry, mate.
Me too.
Yeah, I like this format, though. I really like the way that, of course, they can walk off the stage, all the fans right next to the co-streamers.
Mr.
They were
Moderate.
showing them so much love, so that feeling they must have had right there is unreal.
Holy.
Excited to see what happens at their drop spot right now, because that leaves that area down towards
said
the
to
south
retract this?
uncontested.
Yeah, it
But
will
a
never be
Brazilian team
retracted
gone
for
at
me.
night. Maybe they move over there.
I have
Will they
OBS
have
chat,
that
nothing
same
can be
success? Because, of
deleted.
course, they land
I know
just
everything.
next door that are contested, so maybe they'll make the switch.
I'm happy that you're still kind of talking about those smaller region teams. I remember yesterday we saw a stat that flown. It was like in game number 5, it was like, oh yeah, like 64% of the time an NA team has held the high ground. The other 36% of the time an EU team has held the high ground.
Yeah.
We need to run that stat again right now because it's completely flipped for sure. I mean, we saw Tiggs from the Middle Eastern region kind of control the higher ground in the first game.
Like,
Right
that's
here, we
so
got
sad,
Nudie and
man.
Gab Zero, both small region teams controlling the high ground. I got to see that stat.
I agree. David. You know what? In that last game, obviously, Ritual placing seconds. Dude, Richie was schmoving at the end. I really thought, yo, wait, Richie, hold on. You're in your flow state. You're going to make it happen. Obviously, just didn't have the HP to work with, but they're doing so well in consistency right now.
Yeah, they are. Really important game for these guys. Yeah, they didn't win. Yeah, of course, it was a second place. But in terms of consistency, they're going to be looking really, really good on that leaderboard. I feel like Richie doesn't get enough credit for his ability, Vivid. I feel like a lot of NA doesn't give him enough of that credit for his fragging ability because he's solid. I mean, making these plays really, really consistently in the end game, finding those eliminations, 1v2 against Hype right here. He gave it a good go, though.
Super, super close. It's the clean shot right there. Unfortunately, the return shot just made all of the difference right there. And he, look at him, he's upset. He's like, dude, I was so close. But yeah, after Agers goes down, who is often coined as kind of like the fragger of this duo, he was able to pick up those 1v1 situations on the low gun. Super, super clean. I'm not going to lie, as we were watching the game and both of these guys were kind of healthy on the low gun, I was like, oh yeah, they won. Agers gets knocked there. Ritual still puts up a great performance. They pick up second place.
Well, I want to take a look at these standings, man. Remember, we're trying to be top 19 in consistency or walk away the victory royale. Look at this.
Wow.
What
Chat, Clix is still in it.
Mostly EU dominated. Not no more. Shadow Virgo jumping
is on
up
4
right
points
there,
right
but
now.
look, not that far behind, right? Akira Karama up 10 placements, guys. It's starting to heat up.
Great game for Akira and Karama to kind of come back there. As you can see, they went up 10 placements. I think so some crazy stuff kind of happening off spawn for them, unfortunately. So, I mean, obviously, it's not, you know, haltering them too much. They're making it to the end games as it currently stands.
Bro, like,
Remember,
oh my
at the end
gosh,
of the
man.
mini, we have to be top 19 because we already have 6 teams going through Victory Royale.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I'm looking at Chino and Pablo Wingu just on that border right now. A team that a lot of people would have looked at, potential champions at the end of the weekend. Difficult off-spawn situation for them. That whole POI, so many teams coming on in, trying to get some refarming, trying to get to those vending machines. It's just a little bit awkward for them off-spawn right
Come
now.
on,
I'm sure they'll be
Clix, bro.
navigating that in different ways. Hodosai and Sato there on that leaderboard, just breaking into that top 10. They went up, was it 38 places there? Unbelievable stuff from them, and that's what one game can do.
One game, that is all it takes. But right now, game 3 is ready. So, casters, over to you.
What's going on, everybody out there? Game 3, we had to bring one of mine and Taco's duos, mine from the Pacific West, yours in EU, Takata to join us on stage.
Great to be back. I was getting a little sick of the guys on the desk, you know, so I had to come back to my home turf here at the casting booth, and I'm ready to get started here.
Yeah, I mean, things have already been getting pretty rowdy at the start of day 2, and I'm sure that the action is just going to keep delivering because game 3 right on the horizon, and I'm sure anybody can bring it home, so let's see who takes it.
Come on, man. Clix. Let's go. It's time for a CEO. 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 Oh wait, I can kind of wait. Come on, bro. Are we unconscious? Flip Scott. Oh my gosh, weird Clix, you better call. Why'd you start another stream? Because I can. That's the aura move right there, Scott. Scott, one day you'll have enough aura, like, one day you'll have aura like me, Scott. I can see it in the future. In the future, I can see you having more aura than me, Scott. I'm gonna play after it ends. I'm gonna get off for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back on like 3 hours later. So like 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. I'll be on. Saying I'm not cool. No, you're gonna get aura soon. You're gonna be like my aura soon. You just don't have my aura now. But you're still saying aura is not cool, Scott. I don't know if you don't understand. Aura is different than being cool. And what does it mean? Aura is whenever you're wise along with being good. Because I'm very wise. My Fortnite game sense is on top of the roof, you know? That's how I'm wise. Come on, man. Clix Hughes. gonna lie, you asked me what aura means, kind of lost you aura. Not gonna lie. That Clix is doing. Hey, let's hope they get first place this game. Let's hope he gets first place this game, maybe. Like, chat, bro, they got griefed in the first 2 games, bro. Like, actually, what? I like to see any pro saying what they could have done. Yo, like, what? Are we on a what you call it? Analog signal, like wave signal? Like, why is the stream so bad? Sicko mode. Bow, 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 bow. Bro, they got lurked by someone. Bro, someone just lurked on Clix and literally just creeped. Yeah, we're getting griefed. What the heck? Yo, every single game we've been griefed. We get griefed every single game, bro. Bro, it's not like they can do anything, bro.
Falls short as Clix and Higgs once again continuing to try and find what they can do. Good news, I mean, halfway through the tournament, I can see them coming through from a VR, but through points and consistency, it's going to be tough.
You say that, but Takada, I'm so sorry to have to cut you short on that because all I'm thinking about right now is probably the same thing Clix is thinking about. 2023, he was in the lower bracket and he didn't make it out. And yes, I understand there's 3 games left to work with as Zoe finds himself exiting this lobby with Josh, but Takada, it is difficult to overcome some of the mental battles here.
And I was talking to Levin Vivid, they think if anyone's going to be able to win a game, it's going to be Clix and Higgs, but it hasn't been looking good to kick things off. Velo, one of 3 players to have not made a major finals, but qualified to a LAN. Let's see what you're capable of.
Yeah, and honestly, the last divisional finals in NA Central, by the way, it was Velo, Zynox, player not here, that took on Peterbot and Poyo. And depending on how you look at it, 3-1, 3-2, they took the fight to them. And now you can kind of feel that even if they make it through into the finals, are they going to back down? I don't think that's going to be the case.
Definitely not, as Kurama, Akira, they've been playing through from that north side of Battlewood Boulevard. Good amount of points already built up on the day for their leaderboard position, but what they've got to do right now is try to prevent the rest of the duo or rest of the lobby from collapsing in on them. Mr. Savage and Velo, though, checking back in with these two. We have seen them transition into top 5 performances when they make it to the end game. But it's one thing to have zones in your favor, it's another to actually have the moving zones go your way.
Yeah, luckily for them though, 400 above the damage threshold. Takes a quick shot there, but they reunite together in the same box. Pizza's being dropped. They're going to heal up to give themselves a fighting chance as we continue to rotate over from Sus Studios towards the edge of Battlewood Boulevard. And that's where you see Chap and Flixie. They're just waiting for that perfect moment. The zone is moving slower on their side versus on the north, so they have much better timing here.
Good news is they're also on the uncongested side, but they can't take too long. If they wait, if they struggle, if they stagger, those teams that got in ahead are going to look back and take their shots just like Jew and Padilla.
It's interesting that they opted to go one after the other, though, but Jew, every time that these guys are on screen, you can expect the heart of Germany to follow with it. Now it's all about ensuring that they stay together in some of these endgame moments. Nebs, Nathan, though, what a great position, trying to see if they can take over height. More importantly still, when they actually make their move towards front side, they want to be able to stop anybody else from challenging them while they go forward. 302 above the damage threshold. Only 7 players need to go down. Storm Surge will no longer be a worry. They're just building up. They're solidifying the high ground, but Scare out of nowhere, trying to give a little bit of a jump scare to Nev, but he's able to deal with that problem quickly. No time loss, only a little bit of heals.
Nebs did not get frightened. Velo in the feed, though, has gone down. Mr. Savage is now left as a solo. Good news is he still has a bit of mats. He's still got a chug as he gets on ahead. He just has to be careful that he doesn't get caught in the den of a duo.
Savage is one of the most wiggly players, though, when it comes to a solo's environment, and he'll be able to at least restore back to 200 HP. Eye drop on the other end. Great elimination there onto Golden. So much time has just been bought because of that refresh. Now he'll have to start moving his way forward. Backside of the zone, but Lucy and Zangy there, but Savage still popping off. Braids has been claimed. Visuals knows that the spoilerino is taking place, and he is to leave his duo behind.
Yeah, Mr. Savage realizing, hey, I don't want to let this one go for free. That's a good amount of loot that I need access to, and you can see him watching out each corner until he finally solidifies that elimination. And now he's a little bit more stacked than he was before, giving himself a little bit more of a chance. Top 21 situation here. As a solo, this is a daunting experience, but if you're able to stay alive, you can steal away points from players all around.
Now or never, Savage. You started this endgame with 4 points, already almost at 30. This clutch means everything is Jew in a similar situation.
Clix has 4 points, it's over. No, it's not.
Second elimination racked
Bro,
up,
you're
but
not.
he's running
Did you
low
not
on
even
mats.
watch it, bro?
There are so many players still surrounding him. You can expect that
Anybody,
there's lot
a
of
win is automatic
paranoia
qual, and you can qual in 2 games too.
for Lucy and Zangy, as scuffed as they had looked originally, they've
It's
managed
literally
to work
FNCS
their way
heats.
up onto height, but the material count is just so low. They're gonna have to drop overdrive grenade, trying to see if they
It's
can
basically
remain towards that
FNCS
front
heats,
side
but with
a big
easier to
surprise.
qual.
The elimination onto Jargu delivers the exact kind of material count they need to keep things on the high ground.
It's King, it's Craze. They want an invitation to this party.
Better than Clix Gang because he's not getting griefed at the air? What? Are you not watching the whole thing, bro? He got lurked on by Zoe. Lost all his surge.
So many players down below realizing this could be my chance. High ground wins games, and we want to go to the finals.
Jew continuing to move on forwards. You have to be careful, though. Only 4 builds, 1 big shot is what it's going to take. No more materials left to work with. You have to be careful. It is a full duo. You've got the pressure from above. You got the pressure from below. What are you going to do?
Jew just narrowly managing to avoid being eliminated himself, but now stuck. He might be able to pick up the pieces,
What
though.
the-
Everywhere is fallen, but Jew doesn't have any sight.
Yo.
There's the teams in front of him. Osid's gonna close off the wall, and Jew will find himself at his ends meet. But Damo now going upwards. Momsy Skyjump clearing out the low ground best they can.
Only 2 solos left in this game in a world full of duos. Kazi down below. He lost Damo. Chap's fully eliminated
Chap
out of this
down?
game, and we're down to our final 2. But Lucy and
Zangy, I didn't even
they're
see
the
this guy
ones
walk
down
out. I don't
below.
know what I was
Moments
doing.
ago, they lost their high ground to King and Praise,
Praise
and
and
they're ready
King?
to take more than just that. King and Praise. First Elim, that one's easy. Second one, that's
Bro,
a wrap.
Kingaling's qualifying
Third,
before
that
Clix.
elimination game.
What are we witnessing from above? They made
Kingaling
it look
qualifying before
easy,
Clix. That is
playing it
crazy
by
work.
the book. You can see little shoulder movement, sweating off the players. What a clean cleanup.
Guys, congratulations. Kingaling, did you know you had it in you to get a victory royale today?
Obviously.
Obviously. What about yourself?
Man, I was made for this game.
It looks like you were, but you had to go through the lower bracket in order to do it. This morning, what was the game plan? Was it always like full send it every single game? If we go out fighting.
I always play everything by ear. I mean, whatever comes my way, I just fight it. I treat it like a div cup.
You guys went for height quite aggressively.
Yeah, I don't know about
Everyone
quagging.
wanted
No, they
high
only need
ground
2
in
good
this
games.
game.
So easy.
What was the strategy?
It
When
don't
did you
get
know
griefed by their
the
surge, bro.
time was right to strike?
Crazy
Bro,
is
why
just
would
the
Yamza,
best IGL
like-
to touch this game.
Bro,
When to
Clix.
take it.
He knows exactly when to take it. Craze, where did
Clix
that
should, like,
come
jump.
from?
Josh
I
Riley,
mean,
if they
I
do
got
that
the
again,
best
bro.
creative player
Not
in
gonna
the
lie.
world on my team. We're just gonna play Zone Wars.
Break
You're
his
gonna
PC.
play Zone Wars. Are you gonna be playing
Make sure that they
Zone
can't
Wars
lurk on him
tomorrow,
anymore.
Championship Sunday?
Every single game.
every single game, these guys are just gonna have an absolute blast. Please, Düsseldorf, give it up for Craze and Kingerling! We're gonna head to a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the first 3 games.
Bro, like nobody, like, bro, you played this in you played this clip in grand finals too, bro. Get some new clips. Get some new clips, bro. Yo, where'd my Fortnite go? Oh, dang. Close it out. Wait, is there not a break in between games? Yesterday there's a break. Is there not one? Guys, what do we think Clix's chat is saying? How? What the heck? Peterbot 24/7 is... What? Why would you not... What? That is so weird. Wait, he must be watching like a tournament, right? Hold on, let me mute this real quick. I want to make sure that must be watching the tournament, right? All right. He has 300 people watching him. his 247 channel, and he's not even streaming the tournament cuz he's not even playing in it. Like, are you dick to the Peterbot or what? Like, holy. Oh, yes, sir. Hold on, guys. I gotta eliminate someone. Maybe I need to take off the Click skin. Maybe that's giving him bad luck. Maybe that's some bad luck for him. Brother. Bro, 89? Bro has the FNT skin on. Yo, bro bought everything from the item shop, bro. The heck? He got the pickaxe too. Like, bro, what was that? Oh, my wall's open. Alright. Oh, bro, that. Bro, I need to get Logitech open, bro. Mouse is on, like, only 1,000 hertz. Not 8,000. So slow. crazy. This is my first time playing Fortnite today. It's crazy, man. Bro, I thought he was gonna edit down and kill me. Like, who does he think he is? Chat game. Next game is, I don't know. All right, hold on. Let me get Logitech open. Yeah, bro's not ready. Oh, what the heck? Bum, bum, ba-dum. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Like, bro, what does he think he's gonna do? Chat, who's ready for Clix and Hicks to qual this game? Can I join? No, Scott. I literally already told you. Bro, who has the lock on? Bruh. What's up, Slogo? Okay. He had 2 shotguns. I don't know what that guy's doing. Sticky, sticky, da. Chat, who's ready for Clix and Hicks to quad though? Like, who's ready? Just invite. When I can join, just invite me to your party, okay? Yeah, it's not happening, Scott. It's not happening this stream. Like I already said. Yeah. Chat, whenever game starts, we're going back into watching. Bruh, so boring, bro. Standing with your pump out. Like, bro, you're still in my box. You're still in my box, kid. You're still in my box. You're still in my box. I'm selling brain rots in front of little kids so they get mad. Oh my gosh, slow go. 201 damage! 201 damage, it doesn't count. Are you serious? Andre? You're scared? Like, bro. Think that you're full boxing me, bro? Like, what? Like, what?
For them. They're, of course, very confident 8-0. We're going to win easily. But think back to yesterday, wasn't quite as smooth for them as they would have hoped. So I think they're going to have to use a lot of that experience to their advantage. And even the fact that now they're not going to know what tomorrow even looks like in terms of who's going to be around them. So
Clix is gonna call, bro. Like,
an opportunity there yesterday in qualifying through.
I'm going to take a quick moment right here because we were kind of watching that interview and it's so funny
Clix
to
is
me
gonna
because,
qual.
you know, we've talked a lot about the players that are already qualified through finals, and one of those players, of course, is Acorn. We started the show and Acorn was kind of in the back back of the interviews, making all these funny faces, everything like that. The guy hasn't moved. Like, we just did that interview right there with Ritual Natures, and he was still sat down, seemingly reviewing games and everything like that. So a quick little sneak peek into the practice room I saw right there from Acorn. I'm a little worried for everybody playing tomorrow.
Well, Viv, what's funny is we can actually see if Acorn is still there because Frankie is standing by with Shadow and Virgo.
I am, and these guys are discussing what happened in the last game because apparently, Shadow, you griefed it.
Yeah, we kind of got keyed, or we keyed them,
What?
and then we kind of died, but it's all good. We got next game.
Well, this is the thing. It must be quite hard because you know you've got this amazing fragger in Virgo. So surely sometimes you just want to say, W here, go and eliminate everyone.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he's like the best fragger in the world. I could just IGL him. He could just solo clutch whenever, so it's fine, yeah.
It must be hard to keep you on a leash sometimes, I have to say. Virgo, the first 2 games, though, placing 3rd and 4th, looking incredible. What do you think is the key to those consistent placements?
I mean, honestly, like, we just have our whole game plan down. We know what to do early, mid-game. We're quick on everything. Like, there's just zero nerves because we're just so confident. We prepared so well. I mean, it just feels really easy, honestly.
Well, here's the thing. Sometimes when players prepare really well, they want to stick to the Fortnite. They forget to trust their instincts. What happens when things don't go to plan, Shadow?
For us, that's not going to happen, so we're just going to win. But yeah.
Well, I hope that's not famous last words. You're currently 5th out of 19th at the moment, so it is very probable that you'll get through, but anything can happen in this particular format. But you were saying to me before we got into the interview, Virgo, you think you're going to win the next game?
Yeah, I mean, we can choose when we want to play good and when we want to just have fun, you know. I mean, we're on a hot streak, so we just had to calm down a little bit, but I think next game we're winning.
Okay, that means you guys aren't going to have fun, but we're going to love every minute. Let's head back to the desk. Thanks.
Thank you so much,
Acorn.
Frankie. And yeah, Bolts, don't worry, we see you too. Man, I like seeing the confidence out of the duo. You know, Viv, do you believe that to be true, though, right? They're thinking, hey, we can kind of have fun when we want to. We can play hard when we want to. Now we're going to come in and get a VR right here, right now. Is that possible?
Dude, I feel like we have to believe them because throughout, you know, we started off the day kind of talking to Virgo. We were kind of curious as to how he was going to be kind of feeling coming into the event. Only a couple of lands under his belt now. He was like, dude, listen, after playing so well and creative, I feel so confident. I feel like we're seeing just that. I mean, the duo looks pretty confident to me in game. They sound confident out of game. I gotta believe that they're winning game number 4.
And that must be hard, though, when you're Virgo, to have a lot of expectations on yourself coming into it, and then going into that practice room, performing incredibly well, and then everyone sort of piling on you saying, you are going to do so good this weekend, you're incredible, how good are you, you're amazing. So he's actually carrying that really well, of course. 2nd place right now today. Interested to see what happens to their drop spot as well when they do qualify through to the grand finals. Hero and FKS landing there, of course, in those grand finals. So will they be contesting them? Will they be moving around? There's a lot of questions now that they'll be thinking about in the back of their minds, and a lot of those players in that practice room also vodding, keeping their eyes on this lobby as well to see how the Osborne situation is going to go.
Oh, yes,
so
sir.
Cool, man. Seeing all this kind of unfold, it makes me think of the Global Championships, which reminds me, don't forget, yesterday we announced some things. We have a beautiful graphic here lined up for you guys that may have missed it, but FNCS
8 minutes.
now looks like this. We got the Global Championship happening September 26th and 27th in Antwerp, Belgium. What's up? Major 2 has new dates, July 18th to August 2nd.
Gonna have
with
to hop
that
back on
last
Fortnite then.
chance from the 3rd to the 14th in August. And obviously, don't super know what that FNCS solo
What was
thing might be in October.
Chat,
I
what
don't
was that?
know, not sure.
Hold on,
but
chat.
keep
Let me
eyes
turn
out
off window
because
capture.
we're
What
in-
was that title? Oh my. I'm disgusted. What is that below Nick A30? Nah, I am actually disgusted. What was that stream below Nick A30?
Uncap the frames, chat.
No, that was actually disgusting, bro. Right below Nick A30? Like, why is that even up here, bro?
Okay, so it's
I got
working now.
stable, and then just random, person. Gonna make sure I dodge all that. I was happy guys VOD getting 1,000 people.
Today, what does that mean? No way we're all gonna level up 1,000 times.
Guys, Happy Gal actually got like motion. Like, bro, every time I'm on
Know what that
Twitch,
means?
she always has at least 5K people watching.
Wow.
Always. And now look at her VOD channel where it's just 247. 1,000 people, bro?
6-7.
Cypher. Let's see what Cypher's doing.
A player's competitive resume, right? Just being able to look at a number and
Alright,
be like,
looks
oh,
like
you
Bro's
thought you were better
doing
than me.
nothing
hey,
right
what's
now.
this say right here?
I think it's really, really cool. Some of the people behind the scenes that, of course, work.
Somehow I don't have any gold.
Coach Boop. Oh wait, we don't want to be showing Coach Boop. Oh, Shark. W Shark. Yeah, we can't have audio on with Coach Boop. We can have K Dog though.
Themselves kind of put on, but then there was this great
WK Dog. Chat, let's see how much people are watching. 219K, not as much as yesterday, but tomorrow it's about to go crazy. Alright guys, no gambling. These are all games, there's no gambling at all. Special events. I wonder what's in special events. Luckily I don't go to other stuff. It can be dangerous. I only watch Fortnite. And Lacey.
Staker would definitely be experienced.
And, no, I don't watch Lacey. I watch Queso and Fortnite. And it's usually just Paxley, Ozzy, Higgs, Clix, Queso, and then Lacey. That's literally all I watch, by the way.
I'd say the biggest competition is probably Sky and Scroll.
Sky and Scroll. No, this is Sky Scroll. They've been the most consistent team by far.
I think they're
Why they try to act so nonchalant? Like whenever they're glazing the other people, bro.
They have a really good team.
They're so nonchalant whenever they're glazing.
Apart from everyone else.
I've known them for some time, but then they just suddenly became the best. They have the best duo chemistry.
They prove without a doubt they can play 12 games on the hardest region and make every end game.
Biggest competition. I mean, I would probably say Shark and Teeny.
Maybe Shark and Teeny, to be honest.
I mean, it's gonna be Shark and Teeny now.
Shark and Teeny, just two very good individual players.
They were conned last grands. We didn't get a chance to really see what they're about.
Uncon, they could 100% be contenders to win, and if they can't,
why is he trying to mute? What the heck? Did you not see that, TV?
On how he reacts.
I think Kervin Vino has a unique playstyle. I would love to see them competing against the best of the best.
Vino, just when he's locked in, he could just do anything at this point.
I think the way to keep up is just your love for the game and wanting to be better each and every day.
One of the most underrated teams here, I would say, is Victor V and Canada. I could see them easily sweeping a top 10 or even maybe a top 5.
Surprise? Maybe us even. Maybe us.
Josh Rayleigh, he's up and coming.
Just his fighting ability, you know, like people call him the next Peter Bot, so I think that he'll really impress a lot of people.
過小評価されてるのは結構自分たちかなって思います。
Toyota is like definitely up there. Maybe he will surprise top 5.
From Asia, Toyota, I think will do good.
I definitely looked up to Mr. Savage.
It's cool knowing that I was like watching him back in like 2019. I was just like not even good at the game at all. Now we're here.
がずっと強いなと思ってて、なんか本当にフォートナイトが好きなんだろうなって思います。
We have Thomas HD. He is still going and still looking like a very good team right now.
I used to look up to him a lot, but I think a lot of things has to go in his favor for him to win.
As like, I guess the face of OCE, obviously I've got a lot of pressure on me.
I'm proud to represent EU. I think it's the best region by far, and I feel like we keep showing it.
The most important thing, I want to make my Middle East region proud, and hopefully I can do it in this tournament.
This is all I ever wanted, you know, since I was 13 playing, trying to become the best, but it's not going to be nothing if I can't take it home this weekend, so we'll see.
What's super interesting about that video is when you kind of look at the kind of like breakdown of, oh, there's like all these OG players who all these players looked up to, and now wait, those players are still on the stage, but then the people that were looking up to those players are also on the stage, and they're all kind of battling out. Crazy things can happen in Fortnite. Life-changing amounts of money happening tomorrow that can change the lives and trajectory of so many of these players. I mean, Fortnite is what Fortnite is.
Fortnite is crazy, man. Obviously, there's a lot on the line this weekend. I know there was some regional love coming out of there as well, right? Some of the players kind of playing this weekend, it feels like, for their region, right? They want to represent there. Also love the last little tidbit, Cold being like, listen, man, like, I've been playing this game since I was 13. The only thing I've ever wanted to do is to be the best. But he feels like, yeah, I mean, we all look up to Cold. We think he's literally like one of the best players in the world, like probably like top 5. So he's pretty much like done that, but he hasn't won on land. That's what he wants.
And that's what these players are like. They're always striving for that next big goal. And it's like, even when they win, it's like, I want to win again. I want to go back to back. So it's really nice to see that, though. Like you were saying, Zeke, a lot of sort of old players, a lot of older players, I suppose, like 23, that are playing with these newer talent players as well. We were speaking about that a lot on EU. It's like, you know, someone like Thomas HD, a player that played at the World Cup, had such incredible longevity, teaming up with someone like Focus, a newer player coming on through. We're not sort of like shedding away a lot of those older players, which I think is what makes Fortnite such a fantastic game. Someone like Focus can use the experience of someone like Thomas to really carry him through these games and transfer that experience in order for him to go on and do great things.
I love that. And shout outs to Thomas. Happy birthday, by the way. Don't think we didn't not know, Thomas. Happy birthday. Man, such a fantastic time. Now, obviously, we've got 3 games in our belt. We're still during the halfway point period. So why don't we look at some stats and see some of the categories some of these players are currently leading in. Eliminations going over to Zangy, 13. Damage dealt Atrus. Well, that's pretty much why we're seeing them in first place.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise there. We did kind of talk about the dynamic between Rich and Aders. Aders usually taking on the role of the fragger right there. Super cool to see builds placed by some of our teams as well. Craze with over 1,200. You could kind of imagine that, you know, with Kingling on the team, maybe Craze is kind of taking the lead. They're kind of building for the duo.
Whatever
yeah,
Clix
you can
did
see
good.
that in the stats right there. Even with Mr. Savage, of course, leading his duo, farming a lot of those materials. So many of them as well. And it's really nice to see Mr. Savage actually playing well in these end games as well. One of the problems that they were having in EU was Mr. Savage was actually going down too early in these end games. And of course, leaving his teammate Virgo to try and solo clutch as much as he possibly could. So, or Velo, I should say, solo clutching as much as he could. So
Bro, Clix is
it was
qualling.
a difficult situation for them, but now they're seemingly coming together now and having a little bit more success in their
Clix is qualling. Let's go.
Let's
go, chat. Clix is qualling.
60 solo clutch points for
Let's
Virgo.
go, chat.
I mean,
Clix
what a better
is literally
storyline, right? We were
quality.
kind of talking about him all week as being this player that just seems so mechanically gifted and creative, and he jumps into the lobby, instantly is showing off that individual
Chat, Clix is
prowess.
calling.
Love to see it.
I'm about to play
sick,
some
man.
Nintendo
What a
Switch
fantastic- and just-
sports. I'm gonna do
like,
some
man, it's been already so much fun, but tomorrow we also
I'm gonna do
have
some
a
bowling while I
finals,
wait.
right tomorrow.
We still got
After
7
8
minutes,
games,
chat. I'm
we'll
gonna
have
tell
a
y'all if I get a
brand
strike or
new-
not.
Brand new title, Summit Champions. Crazy
I
stuff.
need to
The
stand up.
players are currently starting to make their way back into the lobby. We'll get ready. We'll get them back on that battle bus here shortly. Why don't we check in with our bingo card, see how things are going after the first 3 games. Turns out we've got a couple of these already ready to go. Let's hit them with the stamps. Boom! 10 elimination wins.
All right,
Swizzy coming out strong.
Bowling.
Pixie game number 1. We saw that go over early.
Standard.
We got to double stamp that one. 10 plus eliminations. Of course, we did have the Swizzy and Pixie game, but we did just see Craze and Kingling also go ahead and pick up a 10 plus elimination game as well.
Yeah, we also had, of course, the non-EU or NA team in Nuti Gavzera. They, of course, got the victory royale in game number 2. That was great to see. I love to see the sort of smaller region fans coming together because there's some here. We have, of course, the viewing party streamers that are watching along as well. The vibes when one of those teams wins.
Come
you
on,
just know
come on.
how much it means to them. So super happy for those guys. Hopefully, we get some more smaller region teams in their grand finals as well.
Absolutely, man. I love looking. I love this is like obviously, you know, as a fan, and we're trying to have all the cameras watch the player faces, but we get to be right here, right down in front to see them walking back in. A lot of them, you know, some smiles, many more super focused, back up, locked back in. They're thinking all the same thing.
I'm going for a strike on this one.
Vivid. We have 3 games left to go. Even in just 30
Dang
minutes,
it!
that's time,
Oh
right? That's time to
no!
take a step back to kind of reassess. What do you think are maybe just some of the things they may have prepared or changed up?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a read on some of the players that are walking around looking
It's hard
for some
sometimes.
emotion. Yeah, it is. I see Ritual right here, man. He's all smiles, shaking his head as soon as I said his name, so he's feeling confident. No reason not to be pushed. But yeah, the opportunity to go ahead and take a break. Obviously, the players can kind of go back to the practice room, review very, very quickly, have an opportunity to go ahead and get a snack and do anything that they kind of need to do. What can you possibly kind of look at in just 30 minutes when Fortnite games themselves almost take 30 minutes. That can kind of help out
Oh,
the
crazy!
second half of the
Turkey,
performance here
baby!
today.
It's optimization, and I feel like it's not something that we speak often about because we're not in these situations about enough, I suppose. But like being proficient in the Fortnite replay mode as a pro player, super valuable. It's a genuine skill gap because if you can get those replays, you can get that information sooner. You can actually get all
Another
that
one.
information way quicker than some of the teams and some of the players that maybe aren't as proficient at it. I mean, Vivid, if you're of course an ex-pro player. If you're not having as great of a day at the beginning of the day, do you then change things up
There,
in this
let's
sort
go,
of
Art.
format
That's
in
all
the
right,
second
all
half of the day? Do you mix everything up? I know Levin's a fan of just ripping everything up and throwing it out the window, but how would you approach it?
No, I actually mentioned myself yesterday. I was like, nah, man, don't rip it all up.
Holy,
I
that was
personally,
horrible.
listen, always went into tournaments absolutely prepared, right? I usually performed pretty well, so usually whatever I was doing was working. So I kind of just usually
So you're never in that
stuck with it.
situation.
Yeah, exactly. never
Great
gonna have a bad
answer.
tournament. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, hey, as we continue to load them up onto the
200.
battle bus, let's keep reminding ourselves, right?
200,
3 games left to go. The standings will tell us all that we need to know. The bubble is top 19. We do still have 3 VRs on the line. Right now, though, Viv, Sato, Podesai, they're holding on. It's a tie, but they're holding on.
They are holding on. Listen, I'm going to go back to that first page real quick because I saw something that we didn't have the opportunity to go ahead and talk about, which is absolutely crazy. When we do make our way back there, I'll go ahead and bring up my point. Alex and Rekas have definitely been top 19 throughout the day so far. It looks like after game number 3, they did unfortunately drop outside of that. I was looking towards them because I feel like the big conversation throughout the day so far has been those smaller region games. Quick comment here on King and Phaser. I have not seen Clix and Higgs on the leaderboard yet as well, so maybe Wonky Lane is not really working out for either of them.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, looking at Chino and Pablo, of course, as well. Sandy
All right, guys, let's play
Strip
some,
losing 8 places right there, falling outside of that top 19. The second half of competition now for these guys is going to be so important. We spoke about them a lot yesterday. A huge team in EU coming into the major finals. They didn't really show too much. We didn't get to see the best of Chino and Pablo Wingu. When it came to those major finals, they turned it up to 11. They were so strong. They nearly won the whole thing if it wasn't for Sky and Scroll's excellence of Spawn in game number 11. So now they're going to need to have almost that in a more condensed way. They clutched up at the second half of Major 1. They're going to need to clutch up in the second half of this competition.
No!
And of course, they've got 3 more games to do it.
Gosh, that
Thankfully,
was
though,
bad.
it's not down and out. They're not all the way down at the bottom of the leaderboard. I think that kind of would mean they need to try and go for a win. For them, they can continue to try and play their game. Keep an eye out for them off Spawn, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, really, no matter where you are all at the leaderboard, it does not matter. You can qualify no matter what game number it is. As you can see, Mr. Savage finally taking a seat. Listen, we were watching these players kind of walk in, and I'm not going to lie, Mr. Savage, I think, was the last one to make it to the stage. So potentially a couple of extra minutes of preparation spent right there. He sat back down and instantly got focused, started to communicate and talk about something. And I'm happy to kind of see them planning because it feels like they do need to kind of have a different approach. He is currently outside of that bubble.
Yeah, he is. And it's a team that everyone wants to see, of course, in the grand finals. A lot of people have questions about Velo, of course, picking him up as a newer coming player. This is a team that we were talking about earlier, the old guard pairing up with this new talent. And it seems like the new talent always step up to the plate. But for now, this is better than ever. This is the time to step up to the plate. The ultimate test in these final few games. Can they find it through a win? Will they need to stay consistent? It's all up to what Mr. Savage has discussed and looked at in this break.
Mr. Savage has been getting a lot of love from the crowd. Somebody else has been getting a lot of love from the crowd when he walks out. Clix alongside Higgs. I think a lot of us had big hopes for the duo coming into the weekend. Honestly, kind of expected them to do better in the upper bracket, especially after game number 1 because they looked good. But I don't want to have to say it, man, but 44th place on the leaderboard right now.
Well, we spoke to them. Levin spoke to them at the beginning of the day. He said in this sort of format, the lower bracket, you haven't had the greatest success. Think back to 2023. He asked Clix, what's different? Higgs is different. It hasn't been working out for them so far, and I think a lot of that off-spawn situation, they've been struggling in the early stages of the game, right? They haven't been able to make it to those later stages to show what they can do. I think they're one of the better teams in this lobby, if not the best, that hasn't qualified through, and of course all the way down in that last page of the leaderboard, so they've still got more to give.
Like Vivid said, doesn't matter what place you're in, you just can get a Victory Royale, and you can be seeing that battle bus heading on to the finals tomorrow. Game number 4 is ready. So Fortnite fam, lock in. Casters, take it away.
For some of our teams, the dreams are still going, but for others, it could end here tonight. Obviously, we are still looking to try and figure out who's going to secure these last few placements for the Victory Royales and bring it to tomorrow's preparation.
Yeah, this being the second half of the day, where you're out on the leaderboard means so much. You might look to get a little aggressive. You might have to get one of these Victory Royales. Let's let this game begin, because it all starts here.
Come on, man. Come on! Go away, go away, go away. Myself, go away, go away, go away. Go in circles. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Oh my gosh, you're crazy. Chat. Holy. That hurt. Bro, I was eating Dr. Pepper with my food that I just got. Bro. I dropped the Dr. Pepper on me, bro. Like, ow. Bro, it hurts so bad. I'm not saying. Dang, guys, I hope Clix doesn't win. Guys, I hope Clix doesn't win, guys. Come on, bro. Packs, you just streamed it, bro. We're at stream. Bro, Big Packs just streamed it, bro. Cat, we're just spectating.
This one count.
Takes, falls, Ghost and picks. It's looking bright up in the clouds, continuing to rain it down above while that chaos unfolds below. Velo, he's still up. The solo clutch continues. He's got 43 builds. He's got enough rotations,
why aren't they
heals.
Clix
He's
and
got
things, bro?
everything he needs. It is all on you, Velo.
We've seen Virgo get 60 points off the solo clutch. Now Velo trying to see if he can take it one step above.
Bro, like
It's going to
chat,
be difficult with
they're
so
saying
many other
Clix
contenders still in the
and
lobby.
things need to be
Visual
aggressive,
finds
and
a
in this game,
refresh,
whenever Clix
trying
died,
to
they're
see if he
saying,
can send it forward, but the
why
team
aren't they
on
just
Height
passive?
doing a great job at limiting his options. Sports trying box up, but immediately gets caught out by Nosif. Whether or not he survives it is another story entirely, but Flixie and Chap, they are fully in control of this secondary height layer, a little bit isolated, trying to remain directly underneath the team on height, also looking to take advantage of the other duo surrounding them. Alex, Reckless going to have some issues here as Flixie and Chap refuse to give up front side.
And somehow Velo slips by unnoticed up until now. He gained the attention of Flixie. Chap as well. High ground now putting pressure. He's out of build and needs a miracle here to survive.
Bro,
he has
Velo.
no extra heals. 63 HP. His run will come to an end. But for Chap and Flixie, this is the run they were looking for.
It's just getting started, already pushed up to 112 points. They started off the day with nothing last game in fourth, and now once again we're seeing them to continue thriving in the end game. Meanwhile, Shadow Virgo, they called it. We're winning next game. They said it's gonna be easy. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Was it a pre-fire or was it just straight up premonition? Shadow Virgo trying to make sure that they can bring this one home, but they'll have to deal with the swords of Flixie and Chap. They are really building so much momentum right now on this front side layer. 7 eliminations in total, still trying to track down more. Every single edit opening up, leading to shots sent into other players, and nobody is anywhere near chest yet, but can they make it over this next clip phase?
Trying to make it as calculated as possible. Fizz bomb going down. They have their eyes set in the clouds. High ground we go, and you can even attach to some of these trees. They got to use that to try to take the high ground. Chap gets some good damage, but in comes a third party. Shadow and Virgo, they want some of this fun. They get the elimination onto Flixie, dropping him down further and further into all that chaos. Chap, he's now the only hope for their team.
Issue is, he's left as a solo. 5 elims on the board. Can he continue racking it up? Back and forth, he hits the shot needed. But Shadowburger continuing to rain down from above. The issue is, it's a full do on low. Pablo, Chino, can you make it happen?
This is the moment they've been waiting for. It is their best position on the day. Still more yet to come. Pigs just on the other side of their wall. Pablo trying to find the opening shots, but Pigs, he's just so incredibly low. Finally, Chino will bring him down. Chino and Pablo have the world at their feet, but it's all up to whether or not Shadow and Burger decide to actually shut this one down. Shadow goes up, high ground control still heavily in their favor, and Pablo's finish. It's all up to whether or not Chino can actually bring this one back, but he only has a sliver of HP. But yet still, Chino returning fire and Virgo finding the final shot.
They called their shot. They said, we are qualifying for Sunday. Whether it was consistency or victory royale, they have kept their word. They have showed up and showed out here on the big stage.
It's rare, but I am speechless. But you made a prediction before this game that you were going to take the victory royale. Berger, you just said, what did I say? You said you were going to get the victory royale. What was that last moment like?
I mean, we just went for a power play on height. Shadow just said missed up. We went up, eliminated them, and we just won the game from there. It was pretty easy.
You're always keeping your eyes up top, boys. How are you keeping calm in those last moments?
Like I said, we're the best team, and I knew we were going to win that game no matter what. So yeah, when we try, we lock in.
You definitely locked in. Obviously, you're through to Championship Sunday. There's just 8 games now between you and that trophy. Do you really think you don't have tough competition?
No, we definitely do, but I think we can compete with them, so yeah.
But why does it feel like this is your year? How are you guys managing to be so confident? The fact that you just call this Victory Royale is something else.
I mean, it really is just all practice. You know, we're the hardest grinding teammates. Like, we play all day. We both moved to Dallas. We went away from home, and it all paid off.
Well, you know what? We could never have predicted this back in 2024. You guys as a duo placed 30th. Now they're looking like they could take number 1. More games after this break.
Chat. They have 2 games. They have 2 games. Clix and Higgs, they can still qual. Sure, I'll be back. my gosh. How many more games? 2 games. We'll play this Clix in dead last. Then dead last right now.
Players in the halftime show, Shadow and Virgo are like, hey, we're going to go in and we're going to win this next game. And then they go on to do it. Do you understand how crazy, as an idea, keep zooming, keep going. You understand how
I can see your balls.
That's good. That's good. Production probably hates me. My gosh, Shadow and Virgo. What the heck? They are built different. You, again, at this level of competition, Takada, to be like, yeah, man, we're really good. We're going to go ahead. We'll just win the next game. To then win the next game.
They're not liars. That's one thing I can confirm. They do not lie. You've got arguably the best in the world in creative Virgo, IG held by Shadow. I mean, they called it, they did it, and they did not disappoint.
I really liked the way they did it as well. I think when you look at a lot of the hype takes we saw yesterday, it wasn't as crazy. It wasn't the type of hype takes we were seeing for the majority of the season, where you had people playing really deep in the zone and looking to try and make these shot plays upwards with Fizz.
No way, he's dead last. Are you for real? He's 3 places from dead last.
He hits that bang.
Yeah.
And that's
No,
exactly
he's
what
4
we've
places
seen
from
him
dead
do
last.
in
He's
NA all
45th out of
season
49.
long. A very impressive game from a very impressive duo, and a duo that, again, even though they were here in the lower bracket, every team in that Sunday final has to watch out for these two.
Scary stuff. I just can't get over that, dude. My mind is blown to call for that victory out and then immediately come on stage and do it. Wow. Shadow and Virgo, they will definitely be a force to be reckoned with tomorrow. And I feel like this is kind of one of those situations where if I'm a team and I'm maybe even considering doing something like contesting them, I'm thinking like, yo, they just pulled out aura.
Shivers. I'd be scared. I mean, with the amount of confidence they have in those creative-like situations, right? When you're taking a clean 2v2, no third party involved, no other teams trying to join the party uninvited, you don't want to go against Shadow and Virgo.
I got to see these standings. I got to see standings, right?
Let's do it.
We got to do it. We're getting
Hold on, guys.
2 games left.
I got an idea.
At the top.
I got an idea.
Ritual still
Hold
holding
on,
on.
let me
Ignore
make
the
sure that y'all can't
-1.
see
Don't worry
it.
about that. Just means another team moved on up. They got themselves a victory royale. Pablo and Chino.
All right, y'all pay attention on that.
Oh my gosh, suddenly 7th place.
Magic
Up
8 ball.
18 places.
All right, guys, I'm gonna ask the Magic 8 ball if Clix is gonna qual.
One game can change it all. 11 for them. That was their game.
Absolutely. Speaking of players saying things before the halftime break or during the halftime break and delivering on it, I asked Chino, I saw him in the corridor and I said, yo, bro, what's happening? He said, Lev, man, we just can't get to
Oh,
end game.
no.
We're feeling good, but we just aren't
maybe
able
that
to
8
get
ball is
there.
not good.
This game, he told me, look, we're going to look to continue to play the way we've been playing, focus on our strat, carry some more medkits so we can play in Storm for longer.
Will.
And
Oh my
look,
gosh, there's so much
they're in the
ads.
end game. They have the game that we know they can have. These
Will.
are the types of games they were
Clix.
having on EU when they did
Qualify.
incredibly well in Grands, where even though you're looking at them here,
Germany.
they don't have many builds to work with, but they just stick
Land
together. Both of them playing in the
finals.
same box, shotgun in hand, and they're always going to hit the key shots that they need. These are 2 of the best individual players in this region.
I mean, they have the experience. They've shown they can perform online. They've shown they can perform at
All right,
international
Magic 8 ball.
competitions with the best of the
Go
whole
on.
world. And it's been surprising that
Concentrate and
it's even
ask
taken them this long to
Bah.
get a big match like this. But I'm excited to see how it continues.
And that's a great game. Like the timing of that game is
Dang
so
it, he's not
crucial,
qualling.
because you mentioned is it 2 games
Yeah,
remaining.
he's not qualling.
It's crunch time.
Both the Magic
To
8 balls I
move
tested
up
out said that he's not
rapidly
going.
there, it will be a big boost for their confidence moving forward.
And
He
that's what
said
gives me
very
hope,
doubt.
right? Not
It
even
said
for
very
just them. Again,
doubtful,
I'm
and then
thinking
the
of
other
all
one
these
said
duels,
outlook
right?
not
We only have
looking good.
25 spots. We get through on a victory royale, which means that we're done. We don't have to play any more Fortnite today. We can just focus on tomorrow or Tokata. We need to play out these games. try and end in the top 19. So many of these other duos are well outside that bubble, right? They're thinking, with 2 games left, maybe we can't even get points enough. Maybe we need to strike and try for that victory royale. Maybe that's our only way in.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure is on. There's 2 more spots left, but for the teams like Clix and Ghost that are in 5th place on the leaderboard after jumping up 8 positions, I mean, it goes back to the narrative I was talking about in game. On EU, a lot of our veterans, our legacy talent, I mean, 2 of our global champions didn't even qualify to here, and now we've got players like Ghost, this up-and-coming rising talent. I honestly thought, Lev, I thought they were going to win this game, but Shadow Virgo, they were too good.
Yeah, I think the great thing for Clix and Ghost is, again, they've been really good. They've been really solid. They haven't had much of an opportunity to showcase the type of talent they've had playing together, but we've seen it in bursts when they've been playing with other people. Clix and Ghost, Clix in particular, right? Yesterday we saw a great day for Polish Fortnite as far as Dom and Divash, Kami and Ari doing as good as they did. Clix looking to try add himself into that crew as well. And for a player like Ghost, to have this day, to really get used to the feel of the stage, get that experience when, you know, 11-2K is waffling in your ear and you can hear it in the speakers, right? He can handle that. He can handle anything.
It's tough, man. It's definitely tough. We saw another duo as well. Chap and Flixie popping off. We've already seen anytime this duo comes up, the crowd goes crazy. Man, I just keep thinking, man, 2 games left. We need to hang on. We need to make some changes. We need to go all in. I mean, for Chap and Flixie, rather, I feel like they're doing okay, right? We got to stay the course, right, Lever? Or maybe it's that time, maybe we go crazy, like...
I mean, I don't know, like, are the Chap and Flixie fans still in the building? I mean, it's a bit quiet for the Chap and Flixie. When they walked out, it was loud. And they need that support going into these last couple of games because, again, we know if you've been watching EU, their performances have been inconsistent. But more often than not, Zeke, when they need to get it done, they do just enough to push themselves over that line.
When they kicked it off, too, the fire, it wasn't fueled up, it wasn't roaring, but after that 3rd match, they got the 4th place, and you can tell how quickly it turned for them. The motivation, the confidence, it was instantly back to where they're in their own element. Another top 5 placement now jumped right up that leaderboard in literally 2 matches, Zeke.
Yeah, some of these players are players that they're not going to come out and just have this crazy pop-off performance. There's almost like a period of heating up. But Tokata, I'm scared, man. 2 games left to go. Let's check out that standings. Let's see who is currently in that 19th place. Coming back to it, Tokata right now, 90 points. GRX Randu, look, up 17 places. But again, Tokata, we've got 2 games left to go. That heating up, if you're not there, you need to have it right now.
I know the French fans are scared as well. I mean, we've got 18th place. Momsy Skyjump dropped down 8 positions, right kind of that cutoff. Right now, 19th is at 90 points. Yesterday, if we look at top 19, it was around low 130s, that bubble, but will it be the same today?
The good one.
Mr. Savage and Velo sit in 24th, not the spot they want to be in, but within touching distance of being able to push themselves above. Still so much talent on this page who's yet to do it. Nathan and Nebs, big names there. Harvey and Diminished, again, a duo that you would expect to be able to have made it through. We have the likes of Sato, Podesai, Epic Woe, and Pump. I mean, for some of these teams to not make it would be a big, big upset.
I'm scared for Javi and Diminished too. I mean, yesterday they were like 1 elimination off qualifying, and now once again they're right outside of that bubble. I know they're feeling the pressure.
Bro, Mr. Savage is like literally so close to qualifying.
Left to go. Right, it's now or never, duos. We need to put the pieces on the table.
Clix and Higgs, a win will qualify them.
Duos
Come on.
will be going home. Casters, second to last game. Take it away.
I think at this stage of the game, I've seen so many third parties. I have to continue the third parties here on stage. Vinny, welcome.
I'm excited, man. I'm not quite as tall as Levin, so we can't really do this height gimmick as well, but I'm excited. We got 2 more games of competition. So many big teams that are actually outside of that top 19. It's going to be really exciting to see what happens.
But so many teams that are also just so close. I mean, the striking range, it's right there. It's visible, but can they actually overcome? We'll find out here in Game 5.
Oh my gosh. It's time. We're watching Clix. Bro, you can't find a gun. Chat, Peter Bot might be banned. Chat, he's disqualified off the leaderboard. Oh my gosh. This is bad.
It's all going to come down to a Game 6 performance. And it's not even about consistency. It's not about a strong placement. They have to win.
That is
Clix said he has to win.
absolutely insane. Going down, they gave up the majority of Wonky Land. They
He has
tried
to win now.
push a whole nother team to catch off guard, but that's been Ghost and Pix's strategy all day long. They want those teams to go out there and feel a little bit too comfortable, so that way they're waiting in the shadows and they strike and take them down.
Yep.
They move one step closer to Championship Sunday, but you see the drops continue to move around.
Where are we
Minute and Salco, that was one of our three teams landing at Sandy Strip. Now they go back to the spot where they were landing in the upper bracket.
Yeah, back to the basics, back to what they know, and it's going to be interesting to see now what happens to Clix, of course, in that final game. If there's a player that can rise to the occasion, if there's someone that's going to win that final game, it's going to be huge for them.
A little bit of an opportunity here to review what's been going down with Chap, and Giannis, unfortunately, won't be able to withstand the pressure here. Excellent usage of their time, though, just trying to make sure that they take out anyone they might be able to stumble across. Badil and Ju, very much a similar mentality, though. They definitely like a little bit more eliminations, but they're really just looking for consistent placements.
Yeah, and he could just feel the arena cheering these guys on. I could close my eyes, have our observers switch through our POVs, and I'll know exactly when they're on Badil and Ju every single time. Ritual and Agers looking to continue to get aggressive as well. Over towards Frigid Fortress, they essentially already have their spot secured, but they don't want to just take part in the day. They want to take over. This is a huge warm-up opportunity for a team like Agers and Ritual.
Huge fight, though, for Osid and Scare. These guys 52 points outside of that top 19 threshold. So we've got two ends of the stick right here in Agers and Ritual. They're already qualified through. They're more than happy to take this fight. But for Scare and Osid, this could be the fight that defines their weekend. Will we be seeing them tomorrow? This is such a huge fight for them to win.
Scare and Osid also know that they have time working against them, because even if they're able to draw out this battle, it doesn't fare them any better because they still only have 52 points. Even if you take out the duo that's contesting you're still going to need so much more heavy lifting to be involved. Clixy and Chap, on the other hand, though, They are just happy to try and keep things through and through. But it's Ju and Vadil that are on the receiving end of it this time. And Chappie's just not letting up. Maybe even a little bit of fire lit underneath him. Reason very openly trying to cheer on his former trio mate. He wants to see Chap in the finals, and Chap might just be able to do it if he keeps playing the way he has been.
Super aggressive.
Bro, oh my gosh, bro.
And with Ju and Vadil going
Is this
down,
qualified?
you see
No,
them
it's
in 11th place on that leaderboard.
apparently he was off the leaderboard, but he's not off the leaderboard. They're just lying.
Top 19 for now, but what they're doing is they're inadvertently allowing teams
Bro.
at the bottom of the leaderboard to get more points because the top side of the leaderboard aren't taking them away anymore.
Yeah, tough there. German on German violence. Really difficult for this crowd. He sort of had a bit of a weird reaction there. It's like, do we cheer? Do we do? I don't know what's going on. But for a team here in Velo and Mr. Savage, they are outside of that top 19. How do they approach this? Are they going to try and go for that win? Are they going to try and make that crazy hype play in endgame? We've seen them have a little bit of solo clutches from Velo. We've seen that throughout the season as well from these guys. It's been one of their downfalls, really, is those endgames haven't been together. They haven't been consistent enough in those situations. So they need to make it all happen now. With 2 games to go, this could be the end of their weekend if they don't make something happen quickly.
Definitely want to give Velo his flowers, though. He has been left in a couple of very difficult positions and still managed to come up with some form of placement points through it. But now, all they really need to do is
Cat, do we think Clix and Higgs are sticking?
A solid end
Do we
game
think they're
here,
gonna still do
that
well?
could be the separating factor between outside of top 19 and making it in.
Just unfortunate. I see Nebs just in the water, swimming along. He's hoping to go towards the north so that way he can try to get the reboot back onto Nathan. But then here you have it. Sky Jump Momsy trying to make a lurk play happen onto Ghost and Pigs. If this one
All right, chat, we'll be back to that.
Blessing for Nathan, but if it does not, you just have 2 teams
We'll be back to that
float
once we're
around. The
in
shots
game.
are going to be fired out, but you can see what they're after. 2 empty item slots for the Sky Jump inventory, just picking up bandages. So you see they're just after scraps.
Yeah, they gambled a lot on that play right there. They were hoping that one of those guys was going to go over to that chest. They could catch them off guard, make a little sneak play. But because they didn't make that play, Ghost and Pix, they're now a little bit behind Skyjump and Momsy. They didn't get all of that damage that they would have wanted. They didn't get that refresh. So for now, it's just about playing catch up.
Nebs might be far out enough in open waters, though, to avoid the peripherals, at least from Pix and Ghost.
I think they will.
Actually, bringing back his teammate will be a whole different slew of problems. Osid and Scare, though, they have not been able to.
They just need to practice Higgs IGLing without a coach in their call.
Frigid Fortress, and this is starting to become a worst-case scenario because the more time invested, the more materials invested. It's not like they're having great opportunities to refarm all of those mats. Meanwhile, Agers, Ritual, they can do whatever they feel like.
Yeah, for Scare knows.
Like, bro, how am I not dead yet?
They essentially need a decent game here to keep them in contention of consistency, because if they go down or even plays some more of this game out and don't really get much to show for it, they're going to be another team on that list that needs a victory royale going into our last game of the day. But as
gosh!
Age of the Ritual probably get bored. They go one way. Osid and Scare use this as
What
an
the freak?
opportunity to finally disengage. For the majority of this early game, they haven't been able to loot up. They haven't been able to get materials, so they are so far behind the curve.
That's been their problem, especially when you get the south zone like this. It becomes very, very difficult to then continue to try and catch up with the rest of your game. Liam and Jace, we saw them in that fight against Alex earlier on in the game. That was a difficult one for them. They couldn't close it out that quickly. So for them right now, they're looking for a little bit of a lurk play here. And for Rillian and Yagu, what are they going to do? They're going to wait. Of course, it's in the storm.
Yo, bro, let me walk and chill.
The damage is ticking, Taco. What play are they going to make? And yeah, they're just going to wait for the
Like,
storm.
bro. Oh, nah. Nah. What is this loadout?
If Carillion exposes himself for 1 second too long, or Jargu even, Jason Liam, they can line up the shots. It's a great opener. Carillion completely flushed
killed me.
out here. But Jason
99,
Liam,
bro, like,
will they be
all
able to
headshots, by the
fully
way.
close it out? The delay has been set in stone. Jargu with the backup measures means that Liam and Jace forced to pull back.
Yeah, and I like that decision right there.
Come on,
It's
we good.
easy to feel like you got the green light to go. You just did over 100 damage. They're already weak to the zone, but they are also weak. They're one shot away from going down themselves, so they make that smart IQ play to go ahead and disengage, heal up, and then make it to zone. QNDX and Phantom trying to do the same thing. 90 points. They don't even need a massive game here. Again, you just need to stay in contention to making it possible to qualify through consistency in last game.
It's a really awkward position to be in where they are right now. They could need a win going into the last game if this game isn't quite as good. They're not so far into that top 19 where it makes it so that they can just play out their placements. Really, really awkward for them right now as Chino and Pablo Wingu in this fight inside of the Storm as well. You can see the distribution of teams here. Chino and Pablo Wingu in 7th place. Team they're fighting all the way down in 43rd. So a huge fight for both teams here. Chino and Pablo look like they're going to be rotating on that.
All Taya and Bobby are hoping to do is try and dissuade Pablo and Chino from wanting to follow up on that engagement. But Carillion and Dargu, they've now seemingly caught themselves in a fight
There's AFK,
with
man.
Chap and Flixie. But I have a feeling Chap and Flixie were likely the ones who tried to start this one. They've been picking fights the entire lobby so far, and they don't seem like they have any intentions of slowing down.
Yeah, I wouldn't either for Chap and Flixie. The way this day started wasn't necessarily the best. They even got surprised and tested in one of those games, going down off spawn. But since then, they've been putting their foot to the pedal and speed running their way through this lobby. But now Salco and Minute, they want some of those fights, but Minute immediately gets shut down by Champ. A huge shutdown as he goes back to back, taking down Salco as well.
Huge, huge, huge from Chap and Flixie right there, showing why they're one of those duos in these sort of lobbies that you can rely on in those big fights. They do it in EU, they're doing it on this big stage here as well, and they're 2nd place right now, so could they move up into that 1st place? Really important they got that fight done quickly as well. There's another team lurking, so the speed at which they finished that fight was absolutely crucial.
Dargu and Carillion are also probably very happy about the fact that Chap and Flixie were so distracted by Minute and Selco, but teams just continue to try and aggress. Liam and Jace also getting a little fraggy with it. Epic Whale and Pump, on the other hand, they've really got
Get my lobby, bro.
what they can to try and scope out
Don't
the rest
spam.
of the lobby. Riptides has just been so
Don't
back
spam,
and
fam.
forward. There haven't necessarily been a whole lot of opportunities for them to even present themselves in the end game just because of dealing with that contest.
Yep, but all you need is that one
Bro,
game
it doesn't shoot my
to
gun.
spark that fire. And then from there, there's no looking back. Chino and Pablo here in this day is a huge example of that. Jason, Liam as well. All you need is start to build that momentum. They already have 6 eliminations. And if I'm Chino and Pablo, I wouldn't have shot their way. I wouldn't have gained their attention because they're all but qualified, almost nothing to lose, and they're looking to get aggressive here. This is 2 more eliminations, 8 more points, 1 step closer to the top of the leaderboard as they're barreling down, trying to get control. But Liam bites off a little bit more than he could chew. Chino makes a play to take him down.
They're fighting one of the best fighting teams in World of Fortnite, so that was only going to end one way when you anchor Chino like that. Huge elimination for him, 460 above the damage threshold as well. And you can see them in these games. They get so many of these eliminations, so much damage early on in the game, and you can see it just compared to the rest of the lobby. That's what they're so good at.
Respect the hustle out of Liam and Jace, but unfortunately, Chino and Pablo have already determined who's going to come out on top in this one. Jace takes yet another big shot, and that's going to do it. Pablo finds an elimination there, and now these guys will be able to move forward, no problems whatsoever. That last lobby really seems like it started something big for Chino and Pablo.
Yeah, each and every second that passes in this game, it feels like they're just moving closer and closer to the promised land. Phaser, King, we saw early on Clix and Higgs go for a fight towards the top side of the map, which means Phaser and King relatively uncontested over towards Wonky Land. And
Bro, it doesn't shoot my gun.
If you're uncontested, especially when you're at one of the best POIs in the game, you have to make these games count.
This is now or never right now for Phaser and King. You don't know what Clix and Higgs are going to do in that final game. It's going to be so, so important for them to make the most of this game. Likewise, Sphinx and Mudds, you don't know what's going to happen in that sort of off-spawn situation. They've struggled today. Taco, looking good in this game, though, looking above the Storm Surge threshold. Looking good.
All Muzz and Sphinx were after at the start of this day,
Bro, what
seeing
the heck?
whether or not they can actually
My shotgun
find
literally won't shoot.
conclusions towards that off spawn, but Nathan and Nevs just haven't provided it. They seemingly counter-stratted exactly for that circumstance, and even with Muzz and Sphinx trying to goad them into the engagement, they just weren't taking the bait, and I can't blame them because it's a complete stark difference of the two dynamics between those teams, and it's left them in a really rough spot, but they're not the only ones trying to see if they can fare for better weather here. Medius, tough spot.
Really, really tough spot. Definitely not home and dry right now. And Marius, known as one of the best fraggers in the world, haven't really seen that from him in the EU for a little while right now. What better way to solidify your spot, not only in the grand finals, but also as one of the better fraggers in the world. Reclaim that spot. All that hype that was surrounding your name, has to now do it as a solo. Needs to break into those placement points just to propel himself and iDrop into that position. Because, of course, it's not going to be easy for them, Jacob, but this is the player that you want in these situations.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be needed because, again, he doesn't need to win. He's at 108 or so points. He just needs to get as close as possible to that threshold and then, again, perform well in game number 6.
Oh my gosh, chat. I need to get a win.
Chap, 500
I forgot. I need to get a win.
Again, the spark has not gone out from these guys. Elim after Elim, they're just getting better.
Chat, I think I can get one of these games done, right?
And now they're just looking at the backside of zone because they pulled it. Everybody else on the north end, that's a max pull.
It's almost like everybody kind of just forgot for a while now that Chap was heavily regarded as one of the best, and now he's trying to showcase
Hey, y'all don't seem to see it. We're getting a win.
His fighting abilities are just still at the top here. Blixie and Chap waiting to see whether or not they can actually pick off some other pieces of the pie here. Duos trying to scrap their way in, but Chap realizes lost track.
Watch up, 26. We might be able to get this.
Up and running, so that's gonna at least keep them going forward.
Huge refresh for them. Epic Whale and Pump shaping up to look for that early high ground right now as well. This is a team that desperately need a good game right here. You want to take as much pressure off of that last game as possible. They're in a really nice position.
Watch in between games. I need a win though.
So far, but above that threshold as well. So they're able to keep a lot of those heals. You can see it by their inventories. They really need a big game here to solidify their spot.
Yeah, we've seen so many teams with plenty of eliminations, but they haven't fared well on Storm Surge, which ultimately caused the downfall in their games. It's the opposite here this time for Epic Well and Pump. 0 eliminations, but more than enough Storm Surge.
We're back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go! Let's go!
He
can get a win in Blitz.
So he doesn't actually get the health siphon behind it. He's going to find himself still incredibly low before he heads in, but Nebs, this is how the first part went down. This is why Nathan just folded immediately. A great awareness check.
Really, really important for them right now, as well as King and Phaser. We mentioned it. These guys need to have a solid game, but look at this. Down and out of that Storm Surge threshold, 239. They're getting hit as well, Jacob. They need to try and take as much damage as possible without dealing enough as well. This is absolutely huge for them. Hopping inside of the box, trying to get some shots away, but there's angles from different areas that attacking them up. Phaser now down to a solo.
I don't think they're calling, bro.
In that moment, it's kind of popped the
Actually,
we're back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's go.
Everybody else here in this lobby right now really has to make this moment matter, and nobody's really claiming the high ground yet. Savage loses his teammate. You see him scrambling around. Only
Why's my FOV so wide?
He needs a miracle right now. Is he gonna get it?
Still looking to see who else he can take.
My FOV is so wide. This is so weird.
Threshold has fallen low enough. Savage won't have to worry about the surge damage, but he still has to contend with other players in the lobby. He's trying to do what he can, breaking through all of these pre-existing builds. They're just slowing him down.
My FOV, bro. What the heck? I never be able to join. No, Scott, bro. How much times do I gotta tell you?
Whether or not he's going to be able to escape the eyesight of the team ahead of him, that's another issue entirely. He's got to stay low, out of sight, out of mind, looking for his opportunity, but it's just not going to connect. Savage still needs to a refresh to be everything in this instance, but no one is permitting it to go through.
He's looking for something.
Bro, where's the shotguns?
To get those builds back up, of course, that HP as well. It is now or never for Mr. Savage.
What's up, Lincoln? Whoa, where are the shotguns, bro? Can I join? No. I literally just told. Could you not read chat, bro?
Waiting, lurking, backside of zone, looking up behind as well.
Yeah, but blessed in this moment. The Fizz miss down below, getting some shields. He has a low grab effect. He's trying to move his way through. Gets a flank onto one, misses a crucial shot, but Savage is not giving up just yet. The zone is closing in. He knows he needs something big here. A full duo to his left, waiting from the peek out the box. Shockwave sends him flying. A lost opportunity there. The window is closing. No Sif is inside, trying to put pressure. He shockwaves over. They're just taking away every opportunity by escaping from Mr. Savage.
But fortunately for Savage, there's still other players in the lobby wiping each other out. He can't break through that last metal wall, but he still managed to secure a decent amount of solo placement points. Every little bit helps, and we'll see just how Game 6 shapes up. But for right now, Akira, Karama, straight towards height, but it's Phantom and QND looking to play spoiler to that.
They were waiting in the wings. QND actually Phantom, and Akira and Karama have to now drop on down below.
Yo, why'd I run into a sweat, bro? The heck? If you're a blitz sweat, you're a weirdo.
Top 5 position, make it top 4. Placement points are flying in, but no Sif and Izzy. They're on the high ground. They used everybody's moment of distraction there to take it for themselves. They're one of 2 duos left in this game. Teus and King are going to be down below. We know Karama's still alive. He's a solo that's trying to run rampant here. He has the build to take control of one side of the zone. He's all the way down below, but no Sif is there as well.
Karama, though, he's excellent in these types of situations. He's a solo clutcher through and through, but with only 11 builds to his name and a duo directly ahead of him. King and then look to
My POI.
It's not the one you're thinking of, though. Karama proving why he's still able to escape. 1 HP in a
My POI, bud.
not gonna be able to break through. No Sif, Terry to take all the credit here now.
Alright, it's all our POIs. Holy. Where'd the rest of them go?
Closing hours here on day 2. Perfect timing, perfect solution, and we'll see them in finals.
And King, they're all on the other side of the arena, but we've got to celebrate the Düsseldorf! We've got Ricardo here to translate. Oh my working. How insane was that final moment?
Me fala todos os últimos momentos.
Eu tô muito feliz. Essa partida foi bizarra. Tava muito louco ali no final e é isso.
I'm like so happy. This match was crazy and a lot of things were happening at the end. I cannot even explain.
I think that you guys should turn around because there are so many people around the world who want to celebrate you at the moment.
Jukes. Hey!
Bracket was so tough. It could have been that you wouldn't qualify if you hadn't got this victory royale. What did you guys talk about in the player break to make this happen?
So, vocês poderiam não ter classificado se não tivesse essa vitória. O que vocês falaram durante o break para conseguir essa vitória?
Cara, a gente tinha mais 3 partidas, então falei com o King pra gente manter o foco, porque cada partida tem que dar ali para não tomar ali.
They talk and say like, let's stay focused. We still have a chance.
200.
Matches left, and they managed to get it out.
You are the second Brazilian duo to make it through the lower bracket today. You are going to be in great company tomorrow. Do you think
200.
that Brazil can win the FNCS Major Summit?
King, você acha que o Brasil vai ganhar o FNCS Summit?
Eu acho que qualquer um tem chance, é só acreditar.
Where from
a
where?
gente grinda muitos dias pra isso, então acho que a gente consegue sim.
He said we just have to believe it. We have the potential. We have to believe that we can make it.
Düsseldorf, do we believe in Choose and King? We're going to head to a break. When we come back, it's just one more
Yo! That's mine! That was literally my gun. Bro, Fortnite needs to make it to where they can't pick it up. Buy it.
Do we think that they will?
Thank you. Hey? Wait a second. Yo, hit the shot, man. Like, bro, they're hitting 200s, bro. Bro, they're hitting 200s, man. Five minutes, we can win. We can win, we can win. 200. Stop griefing my games. Stop griefing my games. Stop griefing our games. Like what? Oh yeah, W. We gotta glide out of here though. Go, go, go. We gotta get out of here, man. Yep, he's dead. Bro! Why are they always marking me, man? Yo, am I not allowed to take high ground? Bro, I actually can't do anything. Yo, Clix is the dumbest. Why is it high grade a single game?
Right now, if they did it right now, they could get it completely for free. But instead, what they're going to want to do is they're going to go ahead and just take shots and kind of prevent all of these teams from entering in by them. But what makes it very, very hard to maintain this position and make it still as effective as it is you can't, as a team, prevent all of these teams from sort of making rotations around
I'm not thanking
them.
the bus driver, by the way.
Later on in the
He
game,
doesn't deserve
that
it.
easy rotation towards the center of the zone that we just kind of looked at is going to be cut off. So I feel like that could potentially be one of the hardships. That being said, I'm kind of judging their game plan as it currently stands. That last game, they did perfectly fine. They got 12 plays, and they're looking good going into the last game.
Dude, we should let that guy do more. You know, we're drawing close here. We're about to get ready to kick off the final game of the lower bracket, boys. I kind of want to get your thoughts. Really tough spot, right? After this, a bunch of duos are going to go home, right? And others will rise up and start preparing for tomorrow's finals, where game plan has to be a bit different. Any advice? Anything you want to see?
I don't know if the word's advice. I mean, it's more how I'm feeling, my emotions. Because as I look through this list,
I leave
and
my door
I look
open
at
for 5 minutes, bro.
The legacy,
The dog is in
the
my room.
champions, the names that are not currently in
I'm not
that
complaining, though.
bubble to qualify. I'm honestly I'm surprised. I mean, the
she's
the
so
era
cute.
of Fortnite competitive, it might be changing.
It's a big moment. You said it's going to be time to go home, Zeke, and I think the saying goes, what? Go big or go home.
Yeah.
For a lot of these teams, we've seen them have success over the years, but none of that matters. unless you can do it in this
Yeah, why
final
would you not
game.
switch to chess? What?
Oh, I'm excited. These are the games we live for in Fortnite, right? Ultimately, a lot of these players, we won't get to see them past today.
Yeah, and like obviously, I feel like I in this situation I normally would be like really like more amped, but part of me is sad, right? Like these are some of the very best players from all around the world. They've flown out here. They've really given us everything. They've left everything on the stage. But some will be going home after this. So I think for all of us here, we just need to keep cheering on those teams, whoever it is, if it's a Savage, if it's an Epic Well, whoever that may be, cheer that team on, right? Anything can change. This one game can be the difference maker for every single duo out there. Some might be the top 19 right now that might fall out. Others might rise. People at the very bottom of the board get a VR and everything changes. The top 19 could see a VR
200.
pulling everyone else up. It's so complex. It's so unbelievably complex. Dude, if we don't get him, Mr. Savage does, I'm gonna freak out. But I mean, I also can't lie, guys. I'm a fan favorite of other things. If we don't see them make it on through either, I'm gonna lose it.
Help me.
I'm at a loss for words as well, Zeke.
Help!
I mean, some of
Help
the
me,
names you
teammates!
can see, like Muzz and Sphinx, who were so close yesterday, still not able to make it. But as Levin was saying, they have one more opportunity, one last chance to prove what they're capable of. Whether it be a legacy veteran team, whether it be new up-and-coming talent, now is the moment to show what you're capable of.
In the case of Muzz and Sphinx, this is a duo that consistently has just had so many doubters, right? But they've been able to overcome hurdle after hurdle after hurdle in this long race that is this season. If they stumble at the final two hurdles, it only just reinforces the narrative surrounding their ceiling as players. They have to push through that now.
Yeah, man, I feel like, you know, looking around the room, some of these players...
Yeah, isn't there a lot of events today?
Fractured or
oh crap, I need to get off as soon as it's over.
I mean, with so many different names out there, I mean, even someone like Akira and Karama, right, trying to fight through. We saw for a moment last game they had height, and, you know, Akira goes down, Karama left a kind of solo clutch. They end up with a 9th place finish there, but still, job's not done.
Job is not finished. You can hear the M8 fans cheering them on. They were so close to making it happen. The good news for this duo is they have racked up a significant amount of points. They've been performing well, and now in this last match, all they have to do is keep playing like they were in these previous matches.
Yeah, I mean, Karama showcasing why a lot of people in the EU have been hyping him up this year, as far as just being able to stay in the game, clutch up some extra points for the duo. Just the one little bit of HP, but regardless, a successful game.
Isn't there a live event today?
The game that was, you know, ultimately theirs, and you see the fans there very excited, very happy whenever these guys pop up on screen, and understandably, they've had what has been a somewhat turbulent season, you could say. But the performance today has showed us that they are still a threat to the rest of the competition.
What I like about this duo is I feel like we're seeing a new level of Akira and Karama. We see them make it to finals. We see them always make it to these competitions, but they haven't quite consistently gotten those top placements, and now's the time to show what you're capable of.
What is
yeah, you must want to send that
combo,
message,
bro?
right?
You need to hop off the
Coming out,
game.
Lower bracket, we're heading up into finals. You want to try and make some moves
Yo,
against us,
how
contest
do you
us,
got 422
rotate on
wins
over
but
third
only
parties?
rivalry
Don't
rank
try it,
9?
Right? Don't try it.
That means that you
Just-
lost like
I
half
wanna
your
go
games,
back to those standings,
almost.
right? We gotta keep taking
Bad
a look
Boys,
at the bubble. Those points
Rivalry
are
Master 4,
way
he's 0 build, so that
close
makes
right
sense
now.
because you're gonna
Obviously,
50-50
the
half the time.
top 10, 162. Keep that in your mind, Fortnite fam, as we go into this final game. That's top 10 as it stands right now. But remember, 20th place, tied with
Rivalry
19th,
Master,
by the way.
bro
It's
hasn't lost a
112
single
points.
rivalry or
And even
something?
if we rolled on over to the next page,
What?
110 points, 108, 108, 100, right? Like, Tokata, this, if any of these teams in that top 19 make a mistake and they fall early, everyone else will immediately enter a frenzy.
It's way too close.
crazy.
And not only that, you can look at the duo that's #1 right now in the consistency standings. After the start of the day, their first matches, they only had 12 points. And in 3 games, they've jumped from literally the bottom of the leaderboard to first place in the standings in 3 matches. So it is definitely possible to make that comeback happen. But you got to pop off, Lev.
Zeke, I want to quote one of my favorite Fortnite analysts, Vivid. I think he said, I feel like it all comes down to this. One more game remaining. Legacy's on the line. This is the part where I take off the headset and start going crazy. No, we're not doing that bit, yeah. Look, it really is that, right? We highlighted some of these legacy players who have had great moments. They need to have a big one here because ultimately seeing some of these teams go home without getting a chance to really fight for the trophy tomorrow, it would be a disappointment, not just to us here on the desk, but I'm sure to a lot of the fans. So they got to pull up the goods.
Yeah, man. Dude, I just keep thinking about Clix and Higgs, right? Just as one of the duos who is trying to fight their way back in. But it's okay, right? Again, we have this one game right here, right now. It doesn't matter how your day has been going. It doesn't matter what your off-spawn situation is or what your rotates are or your third party. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Right now, you can get a Victory Royale, be outside that top 19, and change the trajectory of your duos.
I saw that message and I never
moving
said
forward.
hi
Suddenly
to it,
find yourself in the finals tomorrow. Suddenly you're winning the summit. Like anything can happen.
Charge up.
Mr. Savage, Epic
Yo.
Whale, Clix, King. There's just too many names that are outside of this bubble.
See, I was just
only
talking about
one
this.
shot left. The pressure is on.
Happy Gal
It's time
gets so much
to
viewers,
show
bro.
what they're made of.
Right here, right now.
There's no
one
weirdos
final game
in my
to
video.
close out the
Alright,
lower
yeah.
bracket.
No
For the
weirdos
last
in the
time
live
today,
channel, please, no.
Casters, take it away.
I can't believe that Levin actually hit us all with the bait and switch. We were ready for the hype man moment, but maybe
Chat, what's Happy Gal doing that gets
I
her
want to do a custom lobby where
8.5K.
ask the only join if you think that you have a funny username.
You got him for watching?
Or
Well,
a interesting, cool username. I don't want you to join if your name is Haley. I want it to be if you have
Alright,
like a
I don't know
funny or
items.
witty username.
I bet I already got him.
Day one, you kind of saw the start of the tournament.
Watch Kyson at.
Well,
I don't
forget
think
what I
he's
was about to
live.
say because the last game of the day is ready. Who goes to finals? Let's find out.
Yeah, he's not gonna be live for a while, bro. He's stable, Ronaldo. Oh my gosh. He still hasn't beat hardcore with Jinxie. Oh my gosh. You know, come on. For the win. We have to play for the win. Bro, my phone. Beat him up for the win. Bro, I just... Don't go, don't you go. Why can't I? Guys? Yo? Guys, help me, I'm stuck, I'm frozen. Oh, we're safe, we're safe. Oh my gosh, that was scary. That was a little scary. It got frozen for a second, I was getting worried. Yeah, like I was getting worried, you know. You're playing with Higgs? Yes, this is me. This is me. Oh, hold on. Yo, what did I just do? Hold on. I got an idea. Oh my gosh. I just died, bro. Are we serious? Bro, my webcam messed up, bro. I just died. My webcam messed up.
Can you stretch this moment here? Because Skyjump and Momsy, they're
bro, my webcam messed up, and I was trying to fix it, bro. That's why I died. No, bro, no.
It's his first land. What better moment to announce
Clix is dead.
to the world
Bro,
stage.
chat, I need to figure out if
Can he
they're
clutch up here? Can he keep evading the attention of Skyjump and
chat, I need to find out if
Momsy?
Fortnite's having a
Sneaky
community
here.
if there's a live event today or something.
He's being very, very careful because he knows what Skyjump and Momsy are capable of. Has he done
I need
enough?
to check and see if they're
See him
Fortnite.
still just looking on over, trying to find this elimination, trying to find it.
That elimination, though, those eliminations on the Clix and Higgs, literally on the live
Fortnite
leaderboard,
news.
puts them on the spot inside
Yo, why the screen go
of
black?
the bubble.
Right here.
Velo right now really needs to dig
Bro.
deep to figure out how he's going to get out, because it's not only about
Clix
leaving
didn't
that position,
qual,
but
bro.
moving up and getting Savage back.
But look what's taking place elsewhere. Muzz and Spinks, sure, they might have struck first at Humble Hills, but the leftovers
Boo! Why can't they qual? Fortnite is rigged. Fortnite is rigged.
That Spinks has such an uphill battle waiting for him. Chap Flixie hanging out still by Dark Dominion, but Jacob,
Fortnite is rigged. Fortnite is rigged. Fortnite is rigged. Fortnite is rigged, bro. Clix and Higgs only didn't qual because Fortnite's rigged, bro. Obviously. Like, obviously, bro.
That looks directly into Squibbly. They will see Velo.
You have to be so careful.
Chat, how do I
As
learn
does
more about
anyone that
Fortnite
gets in
community
the way
today?
of
I thought
Chap
there was a
and
live event or
Flixie
something.
in here at Dark Dominion. They're a team that have already booked their spot into the grand finals tomorrow. They're going to be looking at conditioning the rest of the lobby. Yuma, Koyota, a team that we haven't seen enough of today. They need to make it all happen in this final game. Remember, this is a team that know this drop spot well. They have that advantage. Hits a huge shot to Chap already, trying to close in on the distance as well, but Chap's able to find the heals. Yuma's trying to find an angle as well, but Chap is able to find a position of healing.
Chat,
Looking for
the
another angle from a different
Fortnite
wall,
season
getting looked
ends
at.
in like 7 days. Why is Google saying that it ends to end off the season right now?
Yeah, for Koyota, it's a big shot to open up the fight. Unfortunate enough, they were unable to really follow up on it. Big advantage over Chap, but Flixie's even dropped down to just 1 HP before he's eventually knocked by Scare. The third
Yeah, I'm trying to learn about when the live
we
event
knew
is.
this lobby was going to get aggressive quick, but it's happening at a much faster pace that even I have anticipated.
There a live event?
Koyota and Yuma, they need this here. They got some early damage, but they don't want to be a part of this mess anymore. They're using that porta potty, and they're getting out.
They need to get out of Dodge because so many other teams already working their way over towards Dark Dominion. Chap as a solo, but you have to remember, he's already done what he needed to. 200 points, safe and secure inside of that consistency metric. It doesn't matter if he goes down, but can he play spoiler to Scare and Osid? They're looking to take up the fight. They know that this is an injured solo, but how much further can they push him? And finally, they get that elimination. Koyota and Yuma, though, thanking their lucky stars that they didn't have to continue that exchange, but it does suck in the end because they didn't get the opportunity to properly loot the bodies.
Some cheating, remember, uncontested off spawn. They're going to have to try and look for the damage elsewhere. Of course, already found that early elimination. They'll be happy with that, but the rest of the game needs to go their way. 34 points. The win is going to be what they're looking at right here, Jacob. It's not going to be easy, though. We haven't seen enough of them today. They haven't performed at their best. But two players of this caliber, you just expect so much more. And they do it now.
Yeah, unfortunately for
Be
Yanis,
happy.
all day long, they're essentially at a 50-50 drop spot. You either
There
get
you
the loot, you get the
into
weapons,
the
or you don't.
you
And
may
they've been on the
have
receiving end of a couple
to
losses in some of those
litigate.
games, but the one that matters
Just
most, they're still
don't
alive.
worry.
Gino and Pablo, couple struggles to start the day for them.
Be
We've seen it yesterday
happy.
as well. Triple contested, does do things to you at the end of the day, but they have been finding their stride to close it out. And now they're at 190 points, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon.
Gino and Pablo are ready to settle the score. They were hunting Mini Theo and Fukun because they are just way too close for comfort. Pablo and Gino are sick of it being a triple contested situation over at Sandy Strip. They want to and guarantee that it'll be just be them versus Victor B and Kanata in tomorrow's competition. Still, Osid, Scare, they're doing everything in their power to just put themselves in a best case scenario to try and win out in this lobby because that's what they need. They need the BR in order to get into tomorrow's competition.
here on the other side. Scaradosis
In the end of
need
season
these
live event.
elims. They need a big
Like, I'm
game.
trying
You
to
can
figure out
see
when I
very
go live
close
event.
on the standings at the moment. So for both of these teams,
no, you didn't
it is
fall.
of
I know.
equal importance, and that's why
You
we
will
see
drink
Hamad
slurp
right here
juice?
trying to look for an overdrive.
What was
grenade
in that
away,
slurp
But
juice?
oh no, Scaradosis, they are scary right now. They are closing on through. Hamad will not get away that easy. Scare just needs to try and find the final few shots to take him out. He just can't hit them here. They're still chasing him on through.
Spend this much time though. Pursuit of one individual.
When's the end of season live event,
They
bro?
haven't encountered anybody else along the way. They were beelining for him, and finally they'd be able to cut him off. So Scare, Osid, they add yet another elimination. That's 5 in total. And you could be right. It might just be a go big or go home instance. Maybe the Victory Royale could be in their sights, but
Bro, when's the
it could
end of
also
season
just
live
be
event?
a lot of points off the eliminations and a strong placement finish.
It's June 5th? Bro, that's so
One of
boring.
those
I thought it was
teams
today.
Right here, Mini Pio and Cocoon, they've been kind of going under the radar until that last game. Almost had me cheering them on. If they would have got the Victory Royale, they could have had a bunch of points to put themselves
But it says
in
Community
control.
Day has a live
Their
event.
entire destiny as Gannis cheating, they know
I guess
it's
it
not
is
just
in
the
4
Victory
days.
Royale, it's the eliminations, because
Dang.
if a lot of those teams along their path, in and outside of the bubble, do go down, that gives them a chance if they get enough eliminations in a high-scoring game to where they might
All right,
not lose the
chat,
Victory
well-
Royale. A little bit more of a long shot, but it's definitely possible.
Hide and seek worked. He wasn't seeked, if you like, as Velo can find the reboot onto Mr. Savage, keeping them in this game, Taco. But of course, their entire game plan, they're now going to be behind. They took so much damage there in those previous fights, so they're going to need to try and find enough damage to make that happen. Epic, Well, and Pump, a really solid game from those guys in that previous one. They need to make something happen here as well, but oh no, Savage down again.
Savage just never got the chance. Teams are looking every which direction. The moment the audio cue sounds out, another player is looking to close in, but even still, Velo at least has one silver lining. And it's a reach in the dark. It's a long shot, but with the way that the lobby is thinning out so rapidly, excuse that last reboot that just took place though to bump it right back up to 60, they might not have to worry about search threshold, but first and foremost, Velo has to escape. He needs to just find a way to position himself and make it into the zone to begin with.
Which is really interesting. He moves on over towards Riptides, but doesn't know they're overstaying their welcome on the
Well,
side
chat.
of Epic Will. And Pump is Mr. Savage.
Bro, Rec Room shuts down
Another
tomorrow?
reboot
Chat, should we
opportunity.
do a Rec
This is
Room
how he
stream?
went down to Mombi
Should I
and
download Rec Room on my
Sky Jump,
PC
you
and
see
do a
the
Rec Room
mini
stream?
map in that moment. That's when Velo had no choice. I can't continue to be the hero when you have no loot, but he is going
What's
to get
Grant?
another opportunity here.
Let's see what he's
Sort of
doing.
right there, 70% of
He got up, and then he did die instantly, though. Here's Savage. He got up, and then what?
Live event trailer.
Mr. Savage, another
Oh my
reboot opportunity.
How did bro get the live event trailer? I want it. I want the live event trailer.
What do you do?
But no, Taco, Ages and Ritual, experimentation, trying different things, playing back inside of the storm, maybe experimenting with fire.
And this feels like watching a breath of fresh air in action because Agers and Ritual, they have all the time in the world. They can do whatever they want. They can get eliminated in the next couple of seconds, and it wouldn't make a difference. They have secured their spot for the Summit Finals. But now, Sato, Hodesai, they're also looking to take control of their fate and make it onto tomorrow's battle bus. First, they'll have to contend, though, with the team left over at Wonky Land, King and Phaser. But King and Phaser, they're not interested. They're just trying to play this one out.
Second time is maybe.
Yo, how does he-
Mr. Savage, can you survive? Yes, you can. But for how long? A little bit
Bro,
of
I want the
HP.
teaser.
Medkits being passed. They have absolutely nothing to
Man,
their name, and in a two-tick
I want the
zone,
teaser.
they're not going to have a lot of time to actually loot up and get the loadout that they want. So they're just going to be scrapping their way through the end of this game. But
Bro,
at
that's not fair.
116, again, they were that team that is on the line. If they could somehow make it out of zone to start scoring some placement points, they should.
It's crazy how many fish sticks there are on each thumbnail.
Amazing.
Even when they make it into the zone, though, they'll have that constant looming threat of storm sickness. We haven't seen too many duos threatened by a
Chat, I'll see y'all later today. Chat. Chat, how are we going to cope that Clix lost? How are we gonna cope? Chat, I don't know how to cope, bro. This is so sad. I don't know how to cope, man. Oh my gosh, man. I have to watch finals tomorrow. I have to watch finals tomorrow without Clix being in the finals, bro. Oh my gosh, man, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro. I have to watch finals tomorrow without Clix being in finals, bro.